There is objection. Question number 9, Jonathan Young.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question to the Minister of Energy and Resources and asks, what reports has he received on renewable electricity generation in New Zealand?
Honourable Simon Bridges.
Mr. Speaker, the Energy Quarterly release today shows that renewable energy made up 80% of New Zealand's electricity generation in 2014. This share is the highest it's been since 1996 and is an increase of 5% on 2013. The overall trend of the last few years is exceptionally positive and shows the government is making strong progress towards our ambitious goal of having 90% of New Zealand's electricity generated by renewables by 2025.
Supplementary question, Jonathan Young.
What particular...
Order. Start again.
Particular renewables are making strong gains in electricity generation?
Honourable Simon Bridges.
Speaker, geothermal continues to be a true success story for New Zealand. Geothermal generation has more than doubled over the past decade, and for the first time in 40 years, electricity generated from geothermal contributed more energy to users than gas during 2014. Wind also contributes to make an important contribution to the electricity system. Generation from wind increased nearly 10% in the last year.
Supplementary question, Jonathan Young.
How is the government capitalising on New Zealand's strong renewable sector and expertise?
Honourable Simon
Speaker, well, I think the figures are reminded to us of the renewable advantage that we have as a country. I'll be promoting our strong renewable advantage in April when New Zealand co-hosts the World Geothermal Congress in Melbourne. Currently, our exports in the renewable energy sector are around $100 million per annum. The government is really ambitious for this to grow, and I will be taking every opportunity to promote New Zealand's renewable advantage and expertise internationally.
Supplementary question, the Honourable Te Uraroa Whaivo.
Kia ora, Mr. Speaker. To the Minister, given that some small rural communities can be adversely affected by poor electricity infrastructure, does the government have any plans to incentivise small communities to move towards renewable electricity generation?
Honourable Simon Bridges.
Mr. Speaker, I don't concede that we have widespread poor electricity infrastructure. New Zealanders have near universal access to electricity services. I think we've got an open and competitive market for electricity generation, which allows communities to invest in distributed generation where it makes sense economically. We're unlikely, I think, as a government to subsidise a system that we believe is working. What I would say to the member for the Maori Party is that in renewables there's incredibly exciting opportunities, I think, for iwi and hapu, particularly in the central North Island, in partnership with the large energy companies, and I'm beginning to hear a number of discussions in that regard that, as I say, are, I think, very exciting for Maoridom in general for the future.
Question number 10, Mojo Mathis.